In the summer of 1969, a storm hit the American music scene, but it wasn't loud, not at first. It began with 5 brothers from Gary, Indiana, matching outfits, bright smiles, and front and center, a boy, 11 years old, big voice, bigger presence. From the moment Michael Jackson stepped on stage, something shifted. You could feel it. His voice wasn't just good, it was electric, his rhythm unteachable, his command of the spotlight otherworldly. The Jackson 5 took off like a rocket, but everyone knew one star was burning brighter than the rest, and that star had only just begun to rise. Michael Joseph Jackson was born August 29, 1958, the 8th of 10 children. In a tiny house on Jackson Street, yes, Jackson Street, music was everywhere. His father, Joe, was strict, a steel mill worker by day, band manager by night. Practice wasn't optional, it was demanded. Every note, every step, every harmony, perfect or repeated. By age 5, Michael was already performing. By 10, he was leading. The Jackson 5 signed with Motown in 1968. Hits followed I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save. Each one topped the charts, and behind them all, that unmistakable voice, sharp, soulful, impossible to ignore. But for Michael, this wasn't just childhood fame, it was training for a revolution. As the 1970s wore on, the Jackson 5's shine began to dim. But Michael, he was just getting started. In 1979, he released Off the Wall. Produced by the legendary Quincy Jones, it was a declaration of independence. Don't stop till you get enough. Rock with you. The album fused disco, funk, soul, polished with Michael's dazzling vocals and effortless groove. It sold 20 million copies. But he wanted more. 3 years later, in 1982, he dropped Thriller, and the world would never be the same. The Prodigy becomes the king. Thriller wasn't just an album, it was a phenomenon. 7 top 10 singles, a record-breaking 37 weeks at #1, over 70 million copies sold. And then came the videos. Billie Jean turned a sidewalk into a light show. Beat It fused pop with rock, and Thriller, a 14-minute mini horror movie, changed music videos forever. Michael didn't just perform music, he visualized it, he embodied it, he transformed it. The moonwalk, the single glove, the red leather jacket, each move, a cultural explosion. He was more than a superstar, he was a global icon. But Michael Jackson wasn't just breaking records, he was breaking barriers. In the 1980s, MTV barely played black artists. Michael changed that. Billie Jean was too big to ignore. It forced MTV's hand and opened doors for generations of black musicians to follow. He also became a force for charity. We Are the World raised millions for African famine relief. His Heal the World Foundation brought aid across the globe. And at the 1993 Super Bowl, his halftime performance drew more viewers than the game itself. He didn't just unite fans, he united continents. But fame has a cost. With unmatched celebrity came unmatched scrutiny. Michael's appearance began to change. Dramatically, rumors swirled, tabloids swarmed, and then came the allegations. In 1993, he was accused of child molestation. No charges were filed, but the damage was done. In 2005, he faced trial again. This time, it went to court. After a grueling media circus, he was acquitted on all counts. But his reputation never fully recovered. Behind the spotlight was a man isolated, hounded, and deeply misunderstood. A child star who never got to be a child. In 2009, after years away from the stage, Michael announced a comeback. This is it. 50 sold-out shows in London. A return to form. One last coronation. But it wasn't meant to be. On June 25th, just weeks before opening night, Michael Jackson died of cardiac arrest. He was 50 years old. The world stood still, crowds gathered, tributes poured in. From Paris to Tokyo, New York to Lagos, fans wept. Some had grown up with him. Others had never known a world without him. Because for so many, he wasn't just a musician, he was music. Michael Jackson's numbers are staggering. Over 400 million records sold, 13 Grammy Awards, 13 #1 singles in the US, countless more worldwide. The best-selling album of all time, the most iconic music video of all time, the most imitated dance move of all time. But beyond stats, there's something harder to quantify. Impact. He reshaped pop, redefined performance, revolutionized the music video. From Beyoncé to Bruno Mars, The Weeknd to BTS, his fingerprints are everywhere. Even in controversy, even in absence, his influence has never faded. He was the child prodigy who became a king. Not just the king of pop, but a sovereign of sound, of movement, of emotion. So how do we remember Michael Jackson? As a flawless artist, a troubled soul, a global legend. The truth is, he was all of them. Genius is rarely simple, and greatness is never without scars. But what's undeniable is this. In the story of modern music, there's before Michael Jackson and after. What do you think? Was Michael Jackson the greatest performer of all time, or is his legacy still evolving? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Prodigies, where genius is just the beginning.